talk our shit.
Oh, how you been?
I've been good. What about you?
I've been fine. I've missed you. So fun having this day.
I know. Like, the sun's out now.
I
so
know.
everyone's in a much better mood.
100%. I'm even tolerating stuff that I wasn't tolerating before.
You know,
I'm
that
just
was
like,
you're
you know what?
happy.
I'm actually happy, so it's fine. But
London
yeah,
is for you guys.
I'm telling you, when you London in the summer, I'll never stop saying it.
Honestly.
Chef's
Best
kiss.
time to come.
Period.
Everyone's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Good vibe.
Period.
But yeah, so today we are going to be discussing
What?
entitlement.
Ooh.
Shock.
Those.
Right, so I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, friends, family, feel entitled.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to get into it, dig deep,
Okay.
discuss what are your thoughts on
Mm-hmm.
specifically people who you may be close to who feel like they should know something.
Oh, like entitled to know your business.
Yeah, business.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that?
Do you know what? I feel like I'm so asked that sometimes. Yeah, when it comes to this, like announcing things, for example, before it's time or before it's done or before it's complete, that's not for me. Like, then people that go online will be like, oh my gosh, like countdown to my flight. Eh!
Oh yeah, that's scary.
Oh no. For me, I just feel like unless you have to know the information or it's relevant to you, you don't need to know.
Yeah.
You can find out when it's relevant for you to find out.
Yeah, I agree.
Within reason. Okay, like I feel like there's people that should know your information or like important things, like they should be made aware of it, like when it's happening, while you're thinking about it, because it's relevant to them. Like, you wouldn't go and decide to randomly buy a house without telling Zai. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's relevant to him. It's important. It impacts him. But anyone that's outside of that, where my dad, like what I do doesn't actually impact you, you can hold it. You can actually hold it.
Yeah.
That's me personally. What do you think?
I do agree, but then I also feel like sometimes certain people should know just because.
Who should know?
Like, well, it depends on what it is, to be fair, so I can't really say that. I think depending on what the situation is, you can tell your friends and family, you know, certain information, but it just depends what it is.
Yeah.
But more time, I do feel like, in general, just because you're someone's friend or someone's family, you shouldn't feel like you need to know. Like, for me, it would be nice if I knew, but clearly there's a reason why you've kept it to yourself. Yeah. So I think it just depends. Unless you're like a weirdo. Sorry guys. But like, if you're just one of those people that you just always like to hide things for no reason.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Sneaky.
Yeah. Like, why is it so private? Like, kind of like, yeah. Like, for example, if I wanted to buy a new car and then I took you with me to buy a new car, like to go view cars, for instance, and then I decided on a car without I don't tell you, it's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you knew that I wanted to get a new car, and then when I decide to get my new car, I don't want to tell you. Like, you'll be like, wait, you're such a weirdo, what's wrong with you?
And that's the
like
thing.
stuff like that. It's just, you know.
I hear it, and I think it's also because, like you're saying, does it affect that person? It did affect that person because you had them involved in that process. Like, they took time out of their day, or like I took time out of my day in this instance to help you do something. Like, time that I could have been doing something else. So it would just be courteous to say something. I think it's just out of respect. Yeah. More than anything, like, you just should say something in those situations where someone's been involved. I know there are things though where people haven't been close to you and then do feel offended as to why, like, they weren't privy to, like, no different information. Yeah, because you're not close to me. But not everyone sees it like that. Some people do feel that, well, I should have known. Why? Yeah, to me that's weird. I feel like if you are not close to me, you don't check up for me, you don't check for me, like, there's no reason for you to know. You know, you're not in my inner circle, so So for you, it's more people that are in your inner circle.
Yeah, 100%.
They would be up to date with what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if you're not in my inner circle, if I do tell you, I'll tell you whenever I see you if I want to. But if I don't, then you will never know.
Okay. Random scenario then. You are... Let's just use a car example. You're getting a new car. One of your friends, you haven't seen her in a long time. She's with you. You happen to go out. You bump into her. Like you're out with mutual friends. You see her, and you're catching up. What you've been up to? She might tell you something and just mention the word car. Would you tell her you're currently looking for a new car? Like
depends on the conversation and how it's gone.
Say she talks about the fact that she just bought a new car. Like, would you bring up?
It depends on how I feel in that moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah, it literally just depends on how I feel in that moment. Because I might be like, oh yeah, like I've been looking as well. Or I might just be like, oh, I don't really want to discuss this with you right now. So it just depends. I'm a weirdo like that, guys.
I get it though, because sometimes you should listen to your gut as well. Because sometimes your gut is telling you not to open your mouth. Like, you know, when you overshare and you said something afterwards and you told someone something about yourself, and as soon as you say it, it's like, why did I open my mouth? Like, I've had those situations, not often, because I'm more reserved than I am an oversharer. But when I said something to someone and I'm just like, I really wish I didn't.
Yeah,
share
I did
with
say
you.
that. Yeah,
I have no problem with you repeating it because it is what it is. But I just wish I didn't share it with you
in particular. Yeah.
In fact, should I just listen to my gut?
Yeah.
Like when your gut is telling you sometimes like not to open your mouth and say something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Sometimes listen.
Yeah, but that's why I say it depends on in that moment, because in that moment I'll be like, I don't really want to share. But you feeling like that is already something telling you not to share it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Now.
Yeah.
Because I started this by saying I think it's part of me is because I'm so right? I said so but it's that mentality. Evil eye. Because I think that plays a big part into why people don't share a lot of things. Even if it's something that's like confirmed. Like for example, it's like you get engaged, you don't want to share it until it's like, no, I'm not sharing it until it's the actual wedding and we're married. Someone might even be like, I'm not sharing it when we're married, I'm going to share it like after our 1 year anniversary when it's already us being like 1 year married and stuff like that. It was like, you had a baby, you didn't share the fact that you had the baby, you didn't share your pregnancy, you didn't share the fact that you had the baby until it's like their first birthday and then you talk about the fact that you had the baby. And people will do stuff like that and say, well, no, it's because I'm scared of evil eye. What do you think about that?
Sorry guys, I just have to think about this one.
Because it ties in.
It does tie in, and do you know what it is? I get why, like, even with me, like, evil eye is a big part of like the decisions I make and stuff. But at the same time, I do feel like some people use it as an excuse to get out of just being a terrible friend. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, for instance, oh no, like, I didn't want to share it with you because of evil eye. But then you're trying to say that as my friend, you think I'm going to look at you in that way.
Oh.
Do you get it? Because now you're saying you didn't share it because of evil eye, but you sharing it with other people has got nothing to do with you sharing it with me. Do you get what I mean? So it's just a bit like, if anything, you should just say, I just wasn't ready to share it with you at that time.
Yeah, just be honest about it.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? Like, but if you turn around and like you say it's evil eye, I'm just like, it could be, because we all have that embedded in us to a certain extent, we do. But at the same time, nowadays, everyone's always like evil eye, evil eye, evil eye, which is true. But also, God is greater than the evil eye that you're talking on.
You better preach.
So it's like, regardless, if you really truly believe that God is the Most High, why are you so afraid of the evil eye? That's just how I see it. Yes, it can happen, but you are also very much protected if you believe you are. You know? So it's just a bit like, where do we go from here? Like, sort of thing.
But I feel like that's why there's a balance as well. It's about when to say things sometimes. Like, you don't need to say things at the beginning of when you just start. Like, going back to the car example. If I'm looking for a car today, it's not today the first day that I went to go search for cars. I need to tell everybody,
100%.
Hi, by the way, I'm looking for a car. It could just be you tell them once you've actually you've purchased the car, and then after I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, say you weren't involved in the process. I'm like, Joyce, guess what I've just done? Like, I just managed to get my car. Like, because it's official. If you're that scared, but I tell you personally, like, I make sure it's a personal conversation. You can tell people things when it's actually confirmed. Yeah. It doesn't need to be a thing where you just never say something 100%. At all.
But also, I do feel like if you build real relationships, you're not going to be afraid to tell your friends.
Absolutely. Because you'll know they have good intentions towards you. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. Like, if you came to me,
I'd use you as an example. Yeah,
like, I would be like, what the fuck? Like, why did you tell me? Like, why would you even think that I would, like, have bad intentions on your life when you know all I want is the best for you? Like, so for me, it's like, if you truly believe that is your friend and they actually love and care for you, there should be no reason why you like, I already know. Like, Joyce, like, for example, when I fell pregnant, I didn't want to tell anyone. But I knew that I could trust her enough, even though I didn't want nobody to know, I knew that you wouldn't have bad intentions on my life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's why
if I told you,
I'll
be pissed.
Exactly.
I'll be like, what the hell?
Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, there's like, in life, guys, people forget that it's not, you have to meet people outside of your family that you can trust. Like, and it's sad if you don't have that.
Very.
Like, if you honestly feel like everyone around you, apart from your family, you have to hide things, it's actually really sad. Because it's just like, that means you honestly don't trust anyone around you.
And it's upsetting.
Which is really sad. Like, I wouldn't want you to think, oh my God, I can't tell her. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I'll be like, oh my God, I must be a really shit friend for her to feel like she can't tell me.
But it's also a blessing to have that, because I've been in situations where there's some people that would be close to you, but you can't be comfortable enough to tell them stuff, because they will have, not necessarily they'll have bad intentions, but their first reaction won't necessarily be something positive.
But then they shouldn't be your friend.
Exactly, and that's what it comes back to. Sometimes that might be the case, and maybe you do have people in your life that you're not comfortable with and you don't feel comfortable sharing things, but then you need to get rid of them. Basically, 100%. Because you shouldn't have friends that you don't feel that you can openly share good news with. Yeah. That's very, very strange.
Scary.
It's really sad.
It is sad. And that's why I said to myself, like, you need to find people where you feel comfortable you can actually talk to them.
100%.
And tell them. Like, I would want to be like, obviously this is not going to happen, but if it was a case where I literally just murdered someone, and it's like, you know, worst case, I'd be like, you know, or like if I'm literally going to be homeless, like, and you know that this friend is not going to judge me, you know that this is staying within the circle. Like, it can be anything, like, oh my gosh, me and my siblings, we have nowhere to go. Like, what to, like, not everyone you can tell that to, you know, but you need friends that you know, okay, cool, I'm going to go to my friend, like, and they're not going to feel any type of way. They're not going to tell anyone else. They're just going to be like, okay, cool, this is what we can do. Have you thought of it? Do you know what I mean?
They'll help you and they'll cover you as well. Like, they see, like, your business as their business. Like, they would never want anyone, the same way they wouldn't want anyone to know about that happening to them. They wouldn't want to expose you to that either. Like, good friends will actually, they'll protect you as well. Like, they'll make sure they're like covering you. Like, no one's hearing. And I'm just like, I'm very grateful, but I'm also really sad for like people not having that
don't have that. And I think because they don't have that, that's why they don't feel to share. But also, I think the evil eye is a big part because it is embedded in us. But also, as youngsters that we are, we need to stop letting that get in the way of our lives. Because now, we're not shining because we're scared of evil eye. Like, I'm not going to lie, even with me, there's so many times where I've stopped myself from posting. I've deleted stuff because I'm like evil eye, but then I'm never gonna get to where I want to be because I'm scared of evil eye. Like, God is actually greater. Like, let's stop doing that to ourselves, because now you're seeing other people do it because they took the risk and they're just like, do you know what? It's life. And then we're here like, kindoki, gosh. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, no.
There needs to be a balance. That literally always saying, not to say that doesn't exist or those things aren't real. It definitely does. But there needs to be a balance between how much you let it affect you. Like, there's only so much control you can let something have.
100%.
Like, sometimes you can acknowledge something exists, do what you can to be mindful of it, and then maneuver with your life. You can't stop your life or hold yourself back because of things like that. Okay.
Exactly. And also, you just, if that's something that you decide to do, you can also just be very cautious of what you put out there or what you want to do or how you say it.
This is for what? For posting.
For just posting or just like even conversations you have with your friends. Like, if you feel like your friend is not necessarily like got the best intentions for you, the way you say it, or, you know, you can just be like, oh yeah, like, make it just not as deep as it
just like surface
do you know what I mean? And then go about your business. Not like, oh my God, like, you know,
the whole ins and outs of
the ins and outs. Oh my God, like, so that's what I think.
That's fair. Okay, so you said entitlement in terms of people feeling like they have to know your business or your information. And one thing I thought of is the whole concept of entitlement with the I don't owe you message that people give. So, you know, when everyone feels like, well, I don't need to say this or I don't need to help people because I don't owe anybody anything.
People like that are just... And sorry.
On one side, because
I get both sides.
On the flip side, you could say that someone like that thinks, well, anyone who asks me for anything, you're just being entitled. Like, why do you think you deserve to have X, Y, Z? Like, why do you think I owe you X, Y, Z? Like, why do you think I should help you with X, Y, Z? I don't owe you anything. And,
nobody owes anybody anything. Yes. But, it's so hard, but it's like, to some extent you do.
Yeah.
You do. Like, especially if that person's a good person to you and there's a certain relationship you have, you kind of do. Like, whether it's an explanation, apology, you know, I don't know. I kind of think you do to a certain extent.
I think you do. I think I think it's like wishful thinking to tell yourself, well, everything that I have is just for me. I've done this by myself, X, Y, Z. Someone helped you
along the
to
way,
have what you have or to get where you are or whatever. And someone else helped them and someone else helped them. And same way, like you've helped someone else and they should also either pay it forward or help you in one way, shape or form. There's not a single person on earth, no one, that's completely done anything on their own. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Even something small, but even from the minute you're born, you kind of owe somebody something. Like, someone took time to carry you for 9 months and push you out. Now you kind of owe them a little tiny bit if they were responsible enough to look after you throughout the pregnancy and you got here healthily. Like, it doesn't mean you owe them the whole world, but you're kind of already indebted. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it can be a beautiful thing because it's like, it's so nice to be able to help people that have helped you as well. And I think it's tricky because I understand why people think they don't owe anyone anything, because almost it's like you're trying to protect yourself. It's just like,
but it's also selfishness to a certain extent.
Sometimes it can be, but I think there's different reasons why people have ended up in that space. Like, sometimes maybe you were someone that really always helped people, and now you realize, right, like, no one helps me, that's it, I'm looking after myself, I don't owe anybody anything.
Fairs.
Do you get what I mean? Like, you've gone from one extreme to another. I think there can be those situations, but you do owe people to a certain extent. Not to say that when you're helping them, you're only helping them because you want something back. But you kind of do, even if it's just like a thank you. Like, you're waiting for something back. Even if you're waiting for that person to just really appreciate it,
Yeah.
You are kind of waiting for something.
Do you know
back.
what's funny? I actually used to really struggle with that, and people used to think I was ungrateful, even like with birthdays. Remember?
Right.
But it's because, for me, if we know that we always go in for one another, and then you decide not to anymore, it's like, what's going on? And it's not like, it's kind of expected, and it's okay to say that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like nowadays, people are always like, no, it's not expected, but...
Tell the truth.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Like, I actually want you to show me that we're on the same level when it comes to that. Do you know what I mean? And before, I would be like, oh, no, it's not an expectation. But as I've grown, it kind of is. Yeah, because it's like, we go in for one another, so why is it now
when
that...
it comes to you?
Yeah.
But you should have those expectations, and I feel like I don't think there's anything wrong with having those expectations with different... It depends on the person, though. It's about that whole intimate circle. Like, there's some people where you 100% do owe them the same level that they're giving to you. If you both see each other in the same way. And if you don't, then you should kind of... I feel like you should kind of make that known. I would feel uncomfortable if I had a friend that I don't necessarily see as that close to me, and when it comes to me, she probably breaks her back, and I don't see her as that close.
How do you tell that friend that you don't see me as, like, they're not as close as they think they are? That's where people struggle with the balance and the boundaries. Like, what do you do?
It is, but it's about it's the boundary thing, because it's like, why do they feel that they are that close to you? Is this something that they would naturally do anyway, or is it they're doing this specifically to you because they feel like you guys are guys? Like, it's like, maybe you can do like subtle things, like if you bring up like your other friends, or it sounds harsh, but you just have to kind of make it clear.
But how would you do it?
Let me think of an example.
Because
I don't think I've ever...
Personally, I don't know how I would do it. That's what I'm asking. Like, how do you think you would do it? I'm trying to
think of someone if I've ever even had a similar situation.
Because knowing me, I'll run away and just distance myself. Because I wouldn't be able to tell you. Because I'm like, what do I say? Like, I just don't think...
You could...
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I feel like... That's what I mean, because it's like you kind of do have to hold back. That's what I find. I'm trying to think, is this a specific person? I feel like most of my friendships have been fairly mutual at that time. So it's not necessarily something that I've personally had to deal with, if I'm being entirely honest.
I think I have had to deal with it, actually. But yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking, but yeah, go on.
Because I feel like they've been mutual one way or another. But I feel like if it's not, and it was someone that's, for example, people that overshare their business, and I'm not that close to you in my eyes, but you feel like what you have to share is your personal business, and you're always there coming to tell me things, and then you feel that now because you tell me things, I should tell you things. But I've never made it a thing where you should feel that you are close enough to me for where I tell you my business. So in situations like that, it might be kind of not being clear in a mean way, but making it known that, oh yeah, like I'm going to meet up with my close friend, I'm going to meet up with my best friend, and stuff like that, just so you can kind of see a bit of the separation, and then check in with you as often as I feel comfortable to, and not in a disrespectful way. But we don't need to be seeing each other every single day. If you're asking me, oh, let's meet up, let's do this, let's meet up, let's do this every single day, I don't need to do that. I can be like, hey, like, I feel comfortable. Like, if I'm not able to commit to that, let's meet up, like, once a month. I feel more comfortable doing something like that. And then you kind of, like, intentionally put the distance there.
Right.
If that's something that they don't feel comfortable with, they can leave. But you've made it known that, hey, this is what I feel comfortable with, which is something that I have done before, but not because I wasn't close to the person. It's just what they wanted out of communication was very different.
Yeah, because people, I get that.
And I had to be like, I don't actually feel comfortable with speaking every single day, 24/7. Like, I'm fine to check in here and there. If you send me something somewhere on Monday, you don't have to also call me, text me like every other hour of Monday. We can call on Wednesday. You can text me Thursday. Like, there can be a bit of a break. It doesn't need to be 24/7. They didn't like it, but I've expressed that that's my boundary. and that's what I feel comfortable with. It's up to you, like, take it or leave it.
I hear it. Yeah, I think it just depends on the person and kind of their expectations on the relationship. Yeah. Because everyone's just so different. But yeah, good point.
And I feel like that's the problem. Like, when you think you're on the same page or the relationship is the same level, that's where you end up getting offended or feeling hurt when things aren't shared with you, or you're not invited to certain places, or they're with some friends and not other friends. It's kind of because sometimes because you see the relationship as a lot stronger than how the other person sees it, or you see yourself as a lot closer than how the other person sees it.
But what about if, like, that you both know that the relationship isn't that strong, but yet you still feel entitled and you feel some type of way? What happens in that case?
Then you're just strange. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I just don't get it. But that's where I feel like it's just an issue when,
like, they know like what that. It is, but you still feel entitled to know that. Well, like, oh, okay, right, like, you want to know my business, but you know we're not close like that. We don't speak. Yeah, then that's
strange. But just because you once were on
to
that
be
level,
in the know, oh, like, they still feel like they're as close to you as they once were.
No, I don't think they still feel like they were as close, but they once were. They know it's distant,
so they feel entitled to still know the information
just because you once were
close. Yeah, that's weird to me.
That is very strange, right?
To me, I find that strange because you need to, unless they're also bringing you into their business, the same way you once were. I find that weird. Yeah, okay. Personally. Yeah, because why do you need to know so bad if you're not making the effort to actively be in your life? Yeah, that's what I thought. But, you know, people like, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, what did I just advise? Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I just find it so strange that people just always feel.
Sometimes people just want to be in the know. I feel like sometimes people just want to be in the mix. Sad. Like, you have that. It's like, you know, when you say people are becoming the aunties that we used to talk about. Like, you know, there's always that one auntie that just wants to be involved in everything. Every matanga, she's there. Like, you don't even know the person. When did you meet? And they're just there. Some people, you're becoming the aunties you hate. Yeah, and you don't even realise it. It's things like that. Like, why do you need to know so bad? When the relationship isn't there, that's the key. Like, it's very different if this is someone that you actively have a friendship with, a relationship with. Oh my gosh, there was this story where the girl was, I think it was on Twitter, it was a while back, and she was saying that basically she's upset because her and her man, right, this is her boyfriend, they were talking about helping him apply for jobs and stuff together. She had helped him with applications. She'd helped him with looking for things and everything. He then posts, like, a few days later or a couple weeks later, oh my gosh, so happy, like, I got my dream job, blah, 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 blah. That's how she had to find out that her man got a job, because he posted it.
On social media. And she helped him.
That's his goal. She was helping him.
But how can she not know that he's got a new job?
He didn't tell her.
Why?
He went to social media to tell her. And she was just like, I feel some type of way. She brought it up to him because she felt some type of way. And he was moving mad and didn't understand why she was upset.
Is he a Zoba? I don't get it. Like, what the hell?
And it's the same thing.
What is wrong with people?
People are weird. But do you see how you find it strange when it's in a relationship? That's the same thing with a friendship.
Yeah, 100%. But it's like, why do people feel like they need to go on social media first?
To tell,
It's weird to me.
When this is someone that's been helping you through that process.
These people on social media are most likely to be less happy for you than people that you actually know. Yeah,
than the person that's been there day and night helping you with the application. To me, that's crazy. To me, that's straight dumping. Straight. Because
like, that's weird.
That's crazy. Why do you want their
it's like approval or something. Yeah.
Before, like, you could have told me and then messaged
exactly
everyone.
And let the world know a minute later. You really wanted to, but I should really be knowing first. I've been here breaking my back, looking at bye.
To me, that's so crazy.
And then on top of that, you're acting like nothing happened and you're acting mad.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
I really felt for her. I really did.
How embarrassing.
I'd be so embarrassed.
But I don't know for people.
And it's just why do you feel like you need to know so bad? And because people will flip it and gaslight you and be like, yeah, but you don't need to know. Because I'm your
girlfriend, maybe. The fuck? Sorry, guys, but I just can't.
And that's the thing. It's like, because within a relationship, I feel like you have that clear line, like, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your wife, I'm your partner. Mm-hmm. But with friendships, you don't have that. You can't be like, but I'm your best friend, but I'm your close friend, but we go to brunch friend. Like, you can't just say that. So how do you know the line? Like, how do I
get what you mean. I don't actually know.
I think it's harder.
I think to some extent you kind of do know, because no, you do know. You know, okay, cool. This is the person I speak to the most. Mm-hmm. They know the ins and out more than anyone else.
But just because you speak to them the most doesn't mean they're the closest to you. I might speak to you the most because I see you the most because we work together. Doesn't necessarily mean you're the closest person.
When I mean speak to you the most, it's not like speak to you every day the most.
Okay.
It's like, as in, my deep darkest secrets. And nobody else knows. Mm. I speak to you on that level, like right. The depth. You know, mm-hmm. It's different. Mm-hmm. Like, I can literally be like, oh my God, I shat my pants. Yeah. Over exaggeration. But I know that I wouldn't say anything to somebody else. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just different. You kind of just know. Mm. No? Or would you disagree?
I hope.
I think you know. I think, people act a lot more dumb
than they are. I think you might be in denial, but you know.
100%, guys. Like, there's no way you don't know. Yeah, you know. You're just picking and choosing and acting silly. But yeah, what do you think about, like, family being entitled? Because this is a deep one, yeah? Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of the time, just because they're your family, they feel like they have that control slightly. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I think the same thing with friendships.
Okay.
Depending on what kind of family, we're talking about your immediate family, are we talking about cousins,
just immediate
uncles?
Family, like everything. Immediate family, cousins, uncles, like.
Ooh, I may be the worst person to ask about this because I feel like I'll be a pushover. Like, for family, if I'm being honest.
I definitely am.
I feel like I'm a bit of a pushover. In terms of your personal business, I don't think you have to share everything with them if you're not that close. I think there's certain things that you specifically shouldn't share with your family.
Yeah, I don't think you should share a lot with your family, personally, because I feel like that could literally break.
In what way, though? About in what topic? Because there's certain topics I just feel like when it comes to that, you shouldn't tell your family.
It depends on what it is. Like, I think it could be money. I think it could be relationships.
Yeah, I think relationships.
I think it could be literally anything.
Okay. I
think you can have a close relationship, but when you're close to your family and you tell them really deep stuff, it's hard in terms of, like, how do I explain it? I just know what I mean. Like, in terms of, I don't know. I just think it's, how do I say it? I think, in terms of relationships, it's a defo no, because when you're close to your family, they will automatically hate whoever it is if 100%. It's a negative thing. Yeah. Right? So there's just some stuff better left unsaid, basically, with relationships. And I do feel like, I don't know. I just feel like with family, I think it's worse than friendships.
Ooh. But why?
To a certain extent, because I feel like you care more about what your family thinks. Mm. Yeah, to a certain extent you do, than what your friends would say.
Not everyone, though.
It depends on your family dynamic, though.
Yeah.
But if you have a good foundation and family, I think, like, it could be a lot worse for you.
But then my question would be, if you have a good dynamic, why would you feel uncomfortable about saying certain things outside of, like, the big stuff about the ins and outs of your relationship?
I don't think it's about being uncomfortable about saying it, though. You can be comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just a reaction that you might get.
Okay, let's give an example. Outside of relationships, let's just say I've got a new job.
Yeah.
And I decide to tell my family about it.
Mm-hmm.
What in that situation could make it uncomfortable? Or, well, not uncomfortable, but what reaction would be like, oh, this is a bit iffy?
Like, for example, just generally speaking, when you're an African person, like, especially when it comes to money, right? You know, they're always like, oh, we need to send money back home. Or we need to do. For example, it'll be good news. They'll be happy for you because obviously they're happy for their child, right? Or your siblings or whatever. But it's like, the moment they know, okay, she's got promoted,
right?
It's like you've got more money, right, so now you're the go-to person
for anything that goes wrong. Okay, I get where you're coming from.
Do you get it? So it's like, at least with your friends, there's a boundary. They're not gonna do that, you know. But with your family, they feel entitled. They feel like they can, because it's like, well, that's my sister. Well, that's my daughter. Well, yeah, but that's still that person. Yeah. You know? And I think that's where it gets a bit tricky. And then as a sibling or a daughter that's a little bit of a pushover, you're just like, oh, here you go. Take. And then later on in life, you're going to be like, oh my God, like I don't do anything for myself. Yeah. Oh my God, like everything's just it's always on me. Do you see what I mean? So totally it makes it harder. Yeah. Because it's hard to say no. Yeah. But then on top of that, it's like, I still feel like you are too entitled, even though you're my family. Like, chill out a little bit. But you know,
I totally agree, and I get where you're coming from. I do think it also comes down to dynamics, and I think this is something that's very specific to ethnic families, because there's so much of a pressure that you kind of, when you're born, you have to help everybody. It's even with how they come to this country. Like, they come to this country and the West, let's just say, because depending on where people are listening, and you feel like you have to now be the person to help every single person that's back home. Like, you've got to be the one to send them money, because why else are you here? Like, you can't just be here and look after yourself. You have to be here and send money to your brother because he's going to hospital. You need to send money to this person to go to school. This person needs to go here. This person got in trouble. This one's got XYZ, and you're always the one to help them because they have this idea that you're here, you clearly have a better life. And I feel that there's so much of that parents and I say parents, but parents, because some people's grandparents, that generation have carried with them. And I feel that they kind of almost have that same mentality, and they feel that they should put that on their children. And that you have to now help people back home because you know that you're more fortunate. Not necessarily you have to help people back home, but you should help each other because that's what I've been doing. And because that's the standard for them, and all they know is everything I get has to go to help people over there. They see, like, naturally, well, everything you have should be to help each other. And not to say that it can't be to a certain extent, but like you said, like, you're still your own person, and everyone deserves to live their own life.
100%. And I feel like with family, it really is hard to do that with the entitlement. And that could even be with relationships. Like, you can be a married man, but because you've helped your mum your whole life, it's like when you move on, it's a big deal. And it's like, you then start to feel guilty because of that entitlement that your family have put on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I feel like it's a lot harder with family.
I see where you're coming from, right?
Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like I would struggle more with family than I would with friends, 100%. Because it's like, you don't want to say no to your family. Like, at least with your friend, well, there might be a specific friend you're like, I really don't want to say no because I love her so much. But you can say no a lot easier
than saying no to your family. It's because you feel like you owe them more. And it's all those traditions as well. Like, it's like, you would be traditionally, like, with a lot of ethnic people, you are selfish if you don't give everything and break your back.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
It's like, you guys did that. We don't have to do that. Yeah, keep doing that.
Like, I was actually seeing on the TikTok, like, some girl was like, things that I will not be doing as like a, I don't know, have you seen the trend?
I have seen the trend,
and it's just like, a lot of it is like sending money back home. Like, for instance, I don't have an issue sending back money back home. like, if I feel like, okay, cool, I want to, I will do it. But the entitlement of you have to continue this or be the one to do it, it's like, no.
I don't.
I will do it if I want to do it. If I feel the need to do it, even if it's for the family members that I care for. I'm not just sending money back home
to whoever, just because
you've been doing it since you came here. Like, sorry, but that's not my portion. Like, I've got my family, I've got things that I need to do, and I feel like it's just a lot harder. And I feel like family do tend to be more entitled.
Yeah, because like, it's harder to say no. So naturally, it's like, you have to do it. Or
it's like, you know, I birthed you, so now that you're making this amount, I really think I deserve half of that. A lot of parents do that.
I agree, and I think...
Luckily, my parents don't, but
I agree.
A lot of parents do that.
And those would be, like, two things where I feel like you shouldn't necessarily share everything about, and that's, like, your relationship and your money.
That's what I said at the beginning.
It's those two things, because now, like you said, you told them something bad about your partner... You'll get over it. They never will.
Get over it.
And I speak for myself as well. There's people, it's like, you've told me some XYZ about him. I will hate him for life. It doesn't matter if he says sorry. I don't like him. Like, I will never like him.
Yeah.
I can be civil, but I'll never like him or her.
And the worst thing,
then, you know, and then things with like your income, like sometimes you just kind of have to be strategic with how you say it. Like, you have to know the dynamics. Like, are your parents the type of people that will exploit you once they know how much you make? If they are,
you have to be
smart. But this is what, for me, it's like, it's so sad, because it's very much an ethnic thing, and I might even say it's very much a black thing, where we're always kind of having to pay back and help,
but that's what makes it sad.
Whereas a lot of other cultures, they're kind of paying it the other way. It's like their families are helping them, their parents are helping them. They're like, they've managed to get on their feet enough. And obviously there's so many different reasons for that. I'm not putting the blame just like on the parents. There's loads of reasons why that happens, but a lot of other cultures, your parents will be able to give you money for your house deposit, for example. Like, as soon as you get married, part of the wedding present is you either get, like, I have friends where she knows that as soon as she's getting married, her parents will give her money to buy, for her and her partner to buy a house, or she can buy her house herself, because that's part of her culture. And it's like, that's amazing if that's what, like, that's what you guys are able to do. But for a lot of people, is you're going to be sending money back to pay for you'll pay for your stuff, and you'll also be sending money back for your mum to pay her mortgage, or to pay her rent, or you're helping her to get this and get that. And it's like, there's only so far that you can progress, because you're always having to help people behind you.
Yes.
And
that's another discussion, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that's a whole
that is a whole
thing
discussion,
in itself. Because going into it now, I thought there's a lot more to it. It's not black and white, and it's
deep.
Time. Yeah, it's deep.
It is deep, but that's why I say it's like, it's just different level. Different level.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah,
it's different level.
I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. I was like, what you mean? I see what you mean.
It is different level, but I just feel like overall, no one should be entitled to anyone's life or anything. Like, to some extent, like, little things, okay, I get it. Like, as my friend, you would want me to tell you, or as my parent, or as my sibling, whatever the case. But just cool off a little bit, you know? Like, because at the end of the day, we are all an individual person. Like, we're individuals. We were born alone. This is our lives. Like, guys, please, I know we're family. But, that's another topic. But even, like, this is a good one, actually. Just, like, people feeling like they have to have good relationships with family.
Oh, no.
Like, just because that's my sister, like, or just because, like, that's not the case. That's a deep one. But
I'm queen of no, you can hold it. You can take
like, no matter who you are, like, if you're not a good person, period, you shouldn't be in someone's life. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, if you're not that person, you don't have that relationship, you don't need to know about what's going on.
100%.
And if you feel a type of way, you just feel a type of way because you're nosy. Because Because you know we don't speak, so why are you crying if you don't know?
Thing. If you know that relationship isn't there, there's no need for you to feel some type of way about
100%.
it. At all.
And that's that.
Well,
that is that, guys. I even got comfortable in the chair, guys.
I know, leaning back and everything.
Leaning back and, like, honestly, like,
you need to come back for a part 2. Let us know if you'd be interested in hearing a whole second part about that.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're going to do it anyway. I don't know why you're asking. Like, we need permission. Anyway.
But yeah, like, I think, you know, but I would be sad if you got pregnant. You don't tell me that.
I don't think I could ever do that.
I would actually be like...
And I don't
like, I wouldn't mind if, like, see? The thing is, I wouldn't mind if you, like, got pregnant and you didn't tell me straight away.
How soon is straight away?
Like, the day you find out, or 2 weeks after you find out.
2 weeks?
Okay.
I couldn't keep it for 2 weeks.
I know you couldn't keep it for 2 weeks, but if it was a thing where you didn't, I would be like, okay, cool. She really needed to process it. Like, I wouldn't even think, oh yeah, it's because she thinks I'm like an evil, jealous person.
Yeah.
It would just be like, you know what? She really needs to process it. She's just finding, like, it's a hard thing to swallow. Mm-hmm. Because I've been pregnant, I'd be like, okay,
is this like an unplanned pregnancy?
Of course.
Oh,
yeah, unplanned pregnancy.
Like, why am I
if you're planning it, like, I want to know
that
you're trying. Like,
I'm like, what do I need 2 weeks for?
No,
okay,
but you know what I mean?
The same.
But it's like, even if it was planned, you're still going to be shocked that you're pregnant. Because you're just like, I've never done this before, you know? And that's fine. Take your time with it. But if it's like you're rolling up and you're coming to my house and you're like 6 months pregnant, hi, surprise, I'll be like, bitch.
That's crazy to me. I would tell you straight away.
I just think it's weird. Because I'd just be like, why would you do that? Mm-hmm. But I'd be upset. Personally, I would be upset.
And that's the thing. I feel like some people in your life have the right to feel entitled to certain information. Why would I not tell you?
Sorry, but you're my child's godmother. Like, the fuck?
And that's what I mean.
I'd be like, the fuck?
It'd be very strange to me. Like, so that we come, and that's the whole thing. We're talking about Nayla, like, we're having conversations about a literal child, and I never bring up to you, oh, by the way, I'm expecting. Very odd. To me. To me.
And it's like, yeah, well, I'm just gonna... Oh, you know some people that say, oh, yeah, you'll just, like, see me, like, just one day with my baby.
Depends on...
And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But if you're close to me, that wouldn't be the case, you know? That's just how I see it.
Mm-hmm. People that you're close to know that's not ever going to happen. It shouldn't happen anyway. But anyone else, could care less.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, do you know what? I just think in this day and age, it's really hard for people to have genuine friendships and relationships. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. So nobody trusts anyone.
It is sad, but to have good friends, you need to sometimes be a good friend too. Like, I feel that when you're a good friend, you will attract good friends. Yeah, for a man to have friends, he must first show himself friendly. That's the saying. Truly, like, the more of a good person you are, the more you will, not to say you'll never meet bad people, but you'll find yourself, there'll be something that goes wrong with those bad people. And you will find yourself gravitating towards people that have the same intentions as you, that have the same mindset as you, that think the same way you do. And they will also want to be around your energy. Like, people, good people will want to keep you around.
Yeah.
Like, they'll recognize you. They'll value you. And sometimes if everybody around you, every single person, like, you, like, and when I say every single person, I mean everyone, like, you don't know a single person, not one person, that is a good friend to you, maybe, I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying maybe you need to do some self-reflection.
I agree.
Because everybody,
not one person
you feel like truly, like, this person, that's my actual friend. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe,
guys. Maybe.
Anyway.
I do agree, but yeah, I think we need to do a part 2, to be fair.
For sure. On that note, though, I think it's time that we lighten things up and get into our game.
Guys, we're getting so excited with our games.
Oh my gosh.
Today we've got a new game, and it's song association, right? So we've both got 4 words each, and you basically have to sing the song with the word, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going first.
Okay, we're going to have to do our timer, actually.
Okay. Oh, I've got easy words. I bet you've got hard words for me.
I don't.
Yeah, you probably do.
First word, Joyce. Love.
If it's nothing that you want, you should make me your girl. Your girl.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, fine.
That was loving, though. All right. Do you see how my face went? Fairs. Okay. Let's go. Next word. Favorite.
What's in you? No. Favorite girl. Dark eye.
I'll give it to you.
I don't know the lyrics yet. Okay.
I know what you're talking about, so I'll give it to her. Next word. Door.
Door. Oh, no, I don't know. I was going to say, get out!
You've got 2 seconds.
I don't know.
Door.
Oh,
It could be anything. It might have even been frozen. It could have been love is an open door.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, it could be anything. Okay. You've got 2 points so far. Last word. Mirror.
Mirror on the wall. Here we are again.
Nice.
Nice, yay!
I haven't heard that song in ages.
I know.
Well, you got 3 out of 4,
Woo,
which isn't bad.
Yay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am.
Joyce.
Yeah.
First word is happy.
Because I'm happy.
That was easy. Okay.
All right.
Right. Second word is love.
Love. Oh, wait, whoa.
That is so funny. No, that's a good one.
You know that one.
2 points.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 points.
Okay.
Right. Cool. Next words. Say.
Oh, I don't want to sing that, man. It's never a right time to say goodbye.
Okay, fair enough. You got it though. You got it.
Fairs.
Right, last one.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is
This
that
is
3 out
hard.
of 3?
Yeah.
Oh, proud of you. No, it's not hard.
Okay.
I feel to change it, but I can't. Okay.
Don't be a hater. Go on.
Because.
When the sun shines.
Oh, that's what you were gonna say. Because of you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
4 out of 4.
Period.
Well done, Joyce. I'm proud of you. That was fun.
That was so fun.
I need some harder words next time. Though.
Yeah. And our final scores at the end of that round are
3
to Joyce and 4 to me. Let's see next time if Joyce can beat my high school.
Well, you gave me Door, so... What was this Door song?
Door.
Yeah, I thought so. Guys!
Wait. I had one when I was writing it.
Door, Joyce. Door. Guys, no, come on, though.
Door.
No! That is so made up. She said close the door.
Open the door, close the door. I am so confused. But that's not really a song.
There's no word with door.
There
no
are
song with
absolutely door. Songs with door. Shutting the door in my face, slam the door, break the window. No, that's the windows. There are songs with door.
Oh, there's one where you said break, smash the car door. I'll break. No,
what are you gonna say, Jasmine Sullivan?
No, what's the song?
I'll break the
Yeah.
car. That's what I thought of, but then no. She says,
"There's no. See, this is the reason why I lost.
No, there's songs with
This
door.
is the reason why I lost.
Guys, insert songs with door, please. There's definitely songs with door.
She's giving me a word, and she doesn't even know a song with that word.
But listen,
we're gonna be
does
here
the
all
coach
night.
play? Does the coach play? No.
We're gonna be here all night. I'm so
We will.
upset, but it's fine. Next time, we'll try again.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click subscribe, please, guys. Thank you. Share, follow us
At Joyce Ma'am. And please follow me at Joyce Eliash. I'm on private. But follow me
Oh yeah, I'm on private
at Joyce
too.
Elian. Maybe we're on private. And
Or we would just accept.
you know, that's also an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also follow our joint page. That's open at Joy Official on all platforms.
Yes.
Yeah, we cannot wait to see you guys next time. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We've got loads that we want to talk about, but let us know what you want to hear, and maybe we'll do an episode on it. It's been fun. It's been real. Love you.
Love you. Thanks, guys. Bye.